Alrighty fam, welcome back to another video. So today I kind of wanted to showcase my LR Liz in my NIDHOGG runs. So as you guys may or may not know, I've recently LR'd Liz. Yes, it took me a little bit, but we got there and we got it done. So obviously she has insane amount of PvE, utility and strength, and she just works insanely well when you're running her on NIDHOGG. So we're going to get stuck into it. We're obviously just using this team. I'm going to quickly change Mael's outfit because don't actually love that labyrinth stuff anymore. Just want it to be, just going to use normal Mael, I think, with maybe the Esterosa haircut, I think is the goal. So we've got the goddess team, we've got attack crit, I'll show you guys the gear actually, attack crit, HP defense, and then I have these for my links. I have Freya with Tamil link, but she ends up being the lowest CC and who NIDHOGG attacks, and then I have the attack card set. So we're basically sitting at 320k CC, which is quite nice. I didn't need LR Liz to finish NIDHOGG before. So like it doesn't really make too much of a difference for me. It just makes the runs a lot cleaner and a little bit less frustrating and doesn't take quite as long at the back end. So she really comes in clutch in floor 3, phase 2, where it just hits so hard. So this won't be kind of like a guide or anything. I'll kind of just be showcasing you guys my run, kind of just talking with you and talking at you as we go through it. So if you guys do want like a guide for NIDHOGG, I do have one. It's on the channel under the Demonic Beast Guide playlist. So hopefully that helps. But in short, this is just kind of showcasing how insane she is. And yes, it's been done before, but I want to show you guys my run. This is all free to play. Like I've got this all without buying cosmetics or anything like this. This is all just what's invested into. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So if I do, what we're gonna do actually, and we'll just use it. So we're clearing the stances now, working away. So I do want to use Liz a little bit because I do want to start popping her passive and stuff, but the first floor it's not really that necessary. It's just for the later ones where it takes a little bit more time and it's a little bit tougher, right? Do decent damage. I do have Sariel link on Liz just for sake of argument, really, more than anything. I don't really need it, but it does help. We almost died there. That was a little bit scary. That's okay. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm just going to cleanse all the debuffs off. I will do that. I'll do that, and then I will do. I think I'm confident enough that this should maybe kill. If not, we'll find out. So, like I said, it's still not the easiest boss in the world. Like, if you do deer or if you do bird or whatever it is, it's kind of just autopilot for you, right? Like, it doesn't take that much time. It's pretty straightforward. You can pretty much use whatever team you want. You still do need to use a relatively built team for this, and a specific team. You can't just kind of use whatever. Obviously, there's the Ragnaroks and the Unknowns and stuff you can look at doing, but this is by far the most consistent team, at least for me. All the different things and stuff you need to have. So what we're going to do here is, honestly, I'll just start working away down on what they need to do, and then I'm going to give us a little bit of a defensive stat. And then ideally you come into this phase. Oh, I might have overcooked it actually. I don't want to drop it below 30%. Should be okay. You know what, I'm going to show you guys that we might even be able to just tank the damage boost. Right, so usually you don't want to drop it below 30% because they get a massive attack boost, healing boost, all that kind of stuff. But I kind of want to show you, even with LR Liz, you can kind of just tank your way through it. It's kind of crazy, to be fair. Like, there's usually you just take so much more, but it's really just not a thing. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal up. I'm going to that, I'm going to do that, and that should kill, and we should be good to go into the next second floor. So usually it's a lot of backwards and forwards, don't want to do this, don't want to do that, whereas now we're just kind of, it's it's a little bit less scary in terms of if you make the wrong move, you know, you can just kind of move on. And it actually makes it very quick in terms of how quickly you can get through it all. Most of the time, I might jinx myself now that I'm recording a video, but most of the time we can get through pretty much the whole thing without resetting too much. Every so often, like, you might miss a crit on the first phase of floor 3 or whatever, so you need to restart rather than like one-shotting the whole thing. And for example on this, like, I always just do my standard opener, which will one-shot the first phase, and then I'll apply the buffs, or then I'll remove the buff at the next turn, just because this is a bit safer. Obviously if you have more of a built, any of them I guess, if any of them are a bit more built than mine are pretty built. I think I've got 4 pieces of cosmetics, crosshead pieces, weapons, and the other one, outfits for pretty much everyone. I need a little bit more. For Liz, in terms of what she has. But all right, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to waste a couple of these. So I don't want all that clogging my hand for next phase. Thinking about it, I keep thinking I'm on the 3rd floor, so I'm going to be fine not using. Keep thinking I don't want all those. This is the thing, like, you get to a point where you're like, all right, let's just get past this part, and then we get to the next floor, and then like the 3rd floor is the only one that's still a bit rough, right? The rest of these are pretty straightforward, as long as you follow the gimmicks, because obviously, well, apart from the 1st floor, actually, I'm just, you guys get what I mean, I'm just contemplating myself. It's not even the word. Contradicting myself is the word I'm looking for. So, yeah, here we're just gonna basically just pass through, do as much damage as we can. Ideally, I want to go into this final phase with as many ults as possible. Ideally, we do. Yeah, I forgot about the recovery disable. Yeah, ideally we have basically all 4 ults is what we want. So I do actually now have Summer Margaret at 4/6, when she actually does damage now, which is nice. And I've only got a 2/6 Freya and a 2/6 what's it called? Mael, and then, as I think you saw earlier, my Liz is 3/6. So alright, we're gonna cleanse. What we're actually gonna do, I'm gonna go 1. And then I'm gonna go 2. Now this will, I think this will kill. The goal here is, I'm still gonna have my ult, so I need below 50% for 3 turns, right? In short. So I'm gonna get my ult. I'm gonna get Liz ult. Sorry, Margaret ult. Probably wasted that Sun Cutter card, but I think we're gonna be fortunate enough we've got ults for everyone. We have Liz's ult as well. I think we're 1 off Liz's ult, right? Yeah, 1 off Liz's ult. Okay, so this is actually good. So we have multiple cleanse cards. I'm actually gonna pop that cleanse card so we don't get corrosion. Then I think I'm just gonna yeet. Yes, yeet. I'm just gonna yeet ults. And this card. So that actually works quite nicely, because then what I'll do next turn is I will use Freya ult, and then I will heal up and get the stat attack buff, as well as the orbs in the gauge. That's what I'm trying to say. And then we'll be good to go. So that is what it is. I'm just going to tank that. We have a lot of stats now. Like, actually, let's have a look at the stats. I'll show you guys the stats. They're pretty crazy. So let's have a look at Freya. So Freya's my lowest. So 478k HP, 62k attack, 23k defense, 55 to 600. Right, 35, 35, 573, 587. So we've got so much stats. We've got stats on stats on stats, where it just is going to be easy enough. So that, and then we're going to do that, that. We do that. Cool. So this is going to use Freya. Oh, obviously, get it nice and low. We're going to use Result to give everyone stats back. I'm going to use that card to heal up even more and get her ult back. This is the crazy thing with LR Liz, right? Like every time you use an ability, you get ult gauge. So that includes her ultimate. So you ult, get 2 ult gauge, fill up another one, so give 3. And then you use another card and get another ult gauge. So you immediately get her ult back. So it's kind of nuts. So what we're going to do here actually is we're actually getting pretty decent with, where's my mask on there? So I'm going to cleanse, heal up. I'm going to... I think I'm going to confidently be able to just do that. And then I'll move that so I have ults. I don't think I'm going to need to worry about healing because I'll save that for... I'm going to lose ult gauge if I do that. Because this red card here is going to take away my ult gauge. So I'm going to cleanse actually. I'll do that. I'll throw that away. Yeah, I'll just move that. We'll be fine. So now I have heaps of ults. I'm going to tank his ult. It's fine. I'm going to drop that down to nothing. Those are the 2 that I was worried about in terms of healing anyway, so 200k, it's pretty decent, even just for that stance removal card, right? So we've got full HP, we've got all ults, and we've got a heal, so we're good to go. I'll be able to cleanse it all off as well if I need to, but I'm not really fast. It's explosion damage, but I'm going to finish in this turn anyway, right? So, and we don't have any cards to D-rank, which is nice, so all I'm doing here is I'm just doing that, that, and then we'll finish. That should be more than enough. I probably could have got rid of like the additional buffs, but as you can see, it's not good. So it's been pretty cruisy so far. We're trucking along. It's only been 12 minutes into the video, so obviously the 3rd floor is the hardest. So we'll see how this goes. I did this on stream this morning, actually, so I'm recording this just after one of the streams. And like I said, it was nice and straightforward on that, so I'm just going to keep going and show you guys the run for all those that didn't catch the streams. If you didn't, make sure you tune in. I always have them scheduled, so they're on the channel. I suppose it's a good time as any. Do a plug. Make sure you subscribe, you know, set notification bells if you enjoy the content. Love to have you here, guys. Appreciate all the support. We're on track to 2K, or by December 16th, which is the 1-year anniversary. So if you do want to help out with that, greatly appreciated, and become a bit of a... For all those that don't know, I'm a little bit older, but I'm trying to get into the Gen Z stuff. I've got the TikTok now, I've got the Instagram. Wow, that just made me sound so old. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, it's all on the channel, it's all in the description below. If you guys want to follow me, I post a whole bunch of stuff on there as well, as often as I can, so we appreciate you guys. Anyway, that's the one shot of that phase. I don't even really remember what the gimmicks is from that phase, but that's how you get through it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of those. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get rid of that extra damage. And we're going to just go in with some IL cards and this card. So the one thing that makes this a bit annoying is when you get a hand just chocker full of stance cards. So that's why green Freya is not as good as red Freya here. Because she just has two single targets, which means she always has a stance card, which makes it a lot more difficult for you to not just keep throwing this gauge higher and higher and higher and higher, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I actually think I'm going to be able to go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have a level 2 defense buff as well as a level 2. Okay, talking to myself, as well as a level 2 cleanse from Margaret. So we should have plenty of damage reduction for when he ults. His ult hurts a lot. I hope I haven't stuffed myself up. This isn't the ult, is it? No. So next turn he'll ult. I don't have a lot to heal with. I'm hoping he stunts. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So he's doing that. What we'll do is we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I'm going to do that. And then that. So now I have a 60% defense-related stats increase. I now have reduced my damage taken by 30% as well. And I'm going to get rid of that stance. Now, the problem is I'm not very high in terms of healing. I'm hoping 2k. So I'm still low. So this is usually a concern. Usually I want to be... Wow, okay, level 3. Usually I want to be full HP with the unit that's going to get targeted after this ult, because this extort really hurts. So I think I'm okay here, maybe. Still a lot of damage. Okay, we're good, we're good. Luckily they didn't do the cancel buffs, otherwise that would have been rough. So we're going to hit him with a 1-2 cleanse again. I'm going to go... I'm actually going to go 1, 2... This way I get ult again. So increase attack-related stats by 15%, decrease my damage taken by 40%, remove the debuffs, increase for another 15%. So I've got lots of attack-related stats here, but he is still very tanky, which is the problem. Now, I've dropped him back down to 0, so he's going to do more damage here, but I have so many, like... I was about to say so many buffs and protections, but now I don't. So... Ouch. Okay. So I'm gonna have to do... We're gonna do... this. What am I doing? Okay, ultimates is where it's at. Then we're gonna do... that. That. Then I'm gonna just... reduce my damage taken again, because I'm a little scared that he's going to hurt a lot. So back up 15%, 9%, 6%, so... Okay. That shouldn't have happened. For some reason he just died there. And I think that was a glitch. He still had bar on the... He still had thing on the bar. I'm not complaining, but he definitely shouldn't have died there. Okay, so this is... We're going to just do this, this. That was interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to drop it below 80. Okay. Well, there's probably a big old waste of ults, but... we've got a couple more ults now, so I'm just going to leave that. This is the thing, I'm doing so much damage because of Liz and all the attack-related stats I've got and the buffs and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of nutty. So I'm actually going to save the cleanse because I want to save it for all the ignites, because those ignites can hurt. So what I'll do here, honestly, is I will just go 1, 2, 3. That might be enough. If it's not, we will have a cheeky reset, but I think that's going to do the job. It definitely does the job. All the attack-led stat increases and stuff like that's kind of nuts. I can't get over the fact that that was like a bit of a glitch there. I still had 7% on that bar. And he died. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so now I've got multiple cleanses, which is good. So I'm going to cleanse that off, heal everyone up, and then I'm going to do... Then I'm going to do this, because then everyone's got... And I've got 2 ults. Now this should be enough, I'm hoping, to get me down to here. If it's not, I'll reset and I'll be back. But I'm thinking with all the attack load stats and stuff, it's... Oh, that should be enough, under 80%. See if I can... Yeah, 25%. So anything under 80% I think is good. So we made it by the skin of our teeth. There's the ignites. I'll cleanse all that off. We're looking pretty good. Of course, there's the stance. So that works nicely for us. Cleanse, cancel stances. We'll go... Yeah, then we'll go alt. And that should be enough. And that'll get me Liz ult again. I don't really need it, but I'm going to get it. So I think this should do enough, 265, and then this should easily drop us down to like here. Yeah, 2 mil, heaps of damage, and then 300k to heal up everyone. So this team is crazy. Like this is the final form team for NIDHOGG, right? Like this used to be such a struggle. I lost my ult. Forgot about that part. But we won't finish quite on full HP then. But we'll get pretty bloody close, depending on what card I get here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do 1, then I'll do 2, and I'll do 3. And that will be more than plenty. And that'll be all she wrote, ladies and gents. That's like 20 minutes, end to end. Which is, and like very comfortably finished. So if you can, I mean, this is obviously obvious by this point, but if you can get out Liz, she's going to help not with just this demonic beast, with all other ones. She's crazy strong. And as you can see, you can pretty much finish with full HP if you have the right team. So best of luck if you guys are gunning for LR Liz, and thank you so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.